We were the only Jewish family in a village of Catholics, mostly Catholics, Romanians. My father, Alexander Moses, was a very religious man, very strict. And at the time we were taken away, he was 44 years old in 1940. My mother, Jaffa, was born in a bigger village than that one, about a couple of hours away, in the same area. She was a very modern woman for those times. She was religious but not fanatic. And she argued with my father often about her 4 girls, because Dad said they are girls, they don't need any education. As long as they know how to read and write, that is enough. My mother said, no, my girls are going to go to high school. I want them to be educated. And the argument usually were about us and our education. My mother was kind to any person who walked through the village and they didn't have a place to stay. She would always give them the guest bedroom, and then they usually had lice. And she would have to wash that bedding. And we didn't have any washing machines or anything like that. It had to be all done by hand. Anybody who needed help in the village, women who had problems, they would call on her to even sometimes read what was written in different things, but she was always willing to help. And she loved life, she loved to sing. If she would do the ironing, she would turn on the radio, battery-operated radio, and sing with the radio. Or we would go to the seamstress to order new dresses for us, and we would go by horse and buggy, or carriage, whatever one wants to call it, and we would sing with my mother. So she was always happy in spite of the very hard life that she had. Raising 4 little girls in a primitive area that we were living in, everything had to be done by hand. Raised the fruits, the vegetables, and we churned our own butter, made our own cheese, even sold some of the cheese on the market. But she was always a very positive and very upbeat person.